We are back with a very exciting beginning of the rapid rounds now. Of course, we are going to keep having guests, but this time the format is going to change. And today it's the 21st session, and a first session starting with wonder. So today I have not written a story for you. So today I have not written a story because I've got this wonder person with us, and she's got her Pitara stories with science, if you may please. तो मैं तो सीधी सादी कहानियां लिखती रहती हूँ, but she is going to bring us this beautiful wonder. But we'll keep to some traditions. बड़ी जल्दी जल्दी एक कहानी मैं आपको सुना देती हूँ. Just before we welcome our guest, because our guest is special and has to be welcomed with the wonder. तो इसलिए आपको 2 मिनट वेट करना पड़ेगा. So Pan the Panda this time has a beautiful, has a very, very pretty frame. And what fell down was something black. So Pan looked at it and said, "My God, what is this?" And his daddy was sitting and knocking some nails. And he looked at it and he touched them, and suddenly they came onto this black piece, and he wondered what it is. Then he said, "I think I see mummy." So Pan went and said, "I think I see mummy putting things up on the cupboard and fridge. What do you think these would be having? The minute I touch, it sticks on. What do you think there is?" So there's wonder, there's questioning, there's inquisitiveness. And that is how a scientific temperament develops. Now, how to make this more exciting for little children? So to do that, we have Kavita with us. Kavita ji is somebody who fascinated me at one little get together we met, and she told me a story which just, I mean, where I just kept looking at her. I asked her if I could record, and I recorded that story. Every time I cleaned up my phone, I kept that story with me. And then I said, when the minute she was free, I said, "You have to come back, Kavita ji, and you have to create this wonder for our parents, our teachers, to help them create the wonder for the children." So, a very warm welcome, a very wonderful welcome to a wonderful person.
Thank you so much, Sonia. Thank you so much. It's such an honor. And I am really honored and humbled that you invited me for this show. It's thank you so much.
I want to start with asking you one little question. You're a science teacher, normally science, and it seems to be a very serious kind of a subject. What made you look at look at yourself in a science, EVS, and awareness class, and say that I don't want to teach it from books? So, what is it that made you take that journey?
Sonia, as a teacher, I somehow always thought that my role is of a facilitator, and the aim is that learning should go on. So teaching is of no use if there's no learning that has taken place. And I realize for learning to go on, if you create a joyful environment and you have music, you have songs, and the children, at this age, they're full of questions and all, they're so inquisitive. So you fuel that further, nurture it, answer the questions, and more than that, get them seeking answers. And that I realize that we need to, cater to all the 8 intelligences. You have the visual, the spatial, the logical, the people who are, drawing smart, then who are writing smart, speaking smart, learning smart, interpersonal, personal.
Yes.
So when you have all these, you have music, you have art, and you have, your logic, drawing. So it caters to all the intelligences, and all the children are,
So, in the last few weeks, we've been all talking about the new education policy. And one of the things it says so beautifully is integration of art, integration of music, integration of subjects. And people are wondering how this can happen. That was another reason I had waited to call you. Because when people were getting worried, I said, let me get a person who's going to create this entire art, science, storytelling, and wonder together, you know. So I'm not going to, stop you or ask you any more questions, but let's start with our first story and how one simple little apple is going to find its way where it has to.
And this is, when I had to teach the digestive system, I was just sitting and wondering, I said, there are big names, the intestine, the liver, pancreas, and the functions. I said, how do I make it interesting for the children and how do I start this?
Yes.
And
And this is a 8+ child, somewhere around class 3. Imagine
yeah,
this child.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So look at what the child. Yes. So
So I was munching on this apple and I said, hey, this apple, when it goes down my digestive system, now that's interesting. So then I just put in all those words and I came up with this is a journey of an apple. It's in your digestive system. All right, here
I'm ready to take off. Absolutely. We're all waiting.
I was once a juicy apple. Here, listen to my story. I was once a juicy apple. Here, listen to my story. Uma chewed me in her mouth. Uma chewed me in her mouth. The saliva made me soft. Down the food pipe I started. Into her stomach I landed. The muscles there churned me right, and I was pushed into the small intestine. Oops, I screamed. This place is so tight. Oh, don't you worry, said the pancreas and the liver. With our juices, we'll make your texture softer than ever. They made my texture almost like liquid. And the blood vessels, they sucked my goodness. They were really quick. Now, whatever was left of me went to the large intestine. And that's where I lost all the water of mine. Well, my story ends here. I'm now only a waste. But I gave Uma nourishment and she surely loved my taste. So that's
My God. What a beautiful journey. And for somebody who doesn't teach science, I'm looking at it and saying, okay, so it's the taste, it's the tongue,
imagine
it's
it
the
and you can
journey.
feel it. And next time when you do it, this how you do it. Okay, it's a tongue. Now, which is the first muscle of the digestive system? Is the tongue. It pushes the food. And then the tubes, they push, and the stomach. Now, if I tell the children the stomach is 12 centimeters by 6 centimeters, they can't imagine. Science is
Yes.
about visualizing. So I tell them your stomach is as big as your fist. And it is like a balloon, it's elastic. When you put food in it, it keeps expanding. If you eat too much, your tummy will become this big. So eat 2 fistful of meals for your breakfast, lunch, dinner. And then the small intestine, that's really not small. It's very narrow. The hole is very narrow, 1.5 inch. But it can go up to 22 feet.
Now,
Now,
how do you explain 22 feet to a
now,
child?
for a child to imagine, okay, he learned it by heart. Question aega, how long is it? Okay, it's between 18 years, 3.5 times your height. So what I do is, we take this. I said, okay, I take a string, a little rope of 1 foot, ribbon, rope, anything, 12 inches. Now we'll take 20 such and all the kids get together and you start.
And
And now you stretch it and wow, that's how long an intestine is.
beautiful.
So they should be able to visualize, imagine. If it's that big, how big is it? Don't just
Can I say something? I turned 53. First time I'm actually imagining my small intestine.
oh yes.
I have never seen it
My
like this.
ceiling is 10 feet, so it's double of this, it's 2 stories.
Beautiful,
So
beautiful.
imagination and visualizing is so important in science, which can
How
be
beautiful.
experiments.
So, for everybody who's worried about the NEP, yesterday only I told people all it will take is all of us to collaborate and put our energies together. It will be about finding a Kavita ji in one corner of the world and her coming out and sharing things like this with us. It
And
will
then
be about
this is, I wonder if you can see it. Is it?
no, we can't. It
Oh.
shines.
System, like when I went with the poem, I go like, I was landed. The juices were turned right, and I was pushed into the small intestine.
Oh my God.
Oh, Patty,
All right.
this is so tight. Don't you worry, said the pancreas. The liver and the pancreas will make your juices softer than ever. And then here it goes, the large intestine,
Oh, beautiful.
the waist, and it finally. So, while you're narrating this,
Oh, and I have to tell you another
make a
very
happy pancreas, you make a happy liver, smiling and
yes,
telling,
and
don't
we
do
are not looking at the perfect artist. We are looking
not,
at simple expression.
not
Now, when the child next day opens the book, will the child receive the science in a better way? Yes.
yes.
So the child would have imagined it. For all you know, the child may actually munch an apple and think, "Oh, this is happening,"
Real time.
and
Yeah.
then you read the book. So I think so beautiful. Now these are slightly older children. Now I want to take a small child into the wonder of taste. So I'm going to do those bits for you today. All right. So एक उल्लू था और एक पैंडा था. तो पैंडा ने उल्लू को कहा कि मैं अपने नानी के घर कुछ अच्छा सा खा के आया था. ख ख ख उसका नाम था खिचड़ी. तो उल्लू ने खिचड़ी बनाई. उसको याद आया कि नानी ने डाला था चावल, दाल, हल्दी, नमक और पानी, और उसको घुमा घुमा कर खिचड़ी थी बनाई. तो छोटे उल्लू ने खिचड़ी बनाई. उसने एक कटोरी ली, एक पतीला लिया, उसमें चावल डाले, दाल डाला, हल्दी डाली, पानी डाला, और एक चीज डालना भूल गया भाई. फिर उसने उल्टी चलाई और कहा कि आ जाओ खिचड़ी तैयार हो गई भाई. तो सब वहां पर आए. उसने खिचड़ी चखी तो उसमें नमक ही डालना भूल गया था भाई. तो उसने तो फीकी खिचड़ी में किसी को मजा नहीं आया. फिर उल्लू ने थोड़ा सा नमक डाला और थोड़ी थोड़ी नमकीन खिचड़ी बनाई. अब उसको बहुत मजा आया, सब उसके दोस्तों को बहुत मजा आया. तो क्या टेस्ट था? नमक का टेस्ट था. फिर उन्होंने कहा इसमें थोड़ा सा तो कुछ खट्टा डाल दो. तो उन्होंने थोड़ा सा नींबू डाला और उसको थोड़ा सा खट्टा बनाया. फिर उन्होंने एक खीरा खाया. ये तो फीका था, इसमें तो कोई टेस्ट ही नहीं आया. फिर उसने खीरे पे नमक डाला और थोड़ा नींबू डाला तो नमकीन और खट्टा हो गया खीरा. फिर लास्ट में सबसे अच्छा मजा आया कि नानी की बनाई हुई खीर छोटे से डब्बे से निकालकर उल्लू ने सबको उसको खिलाया. तो उल्लू को कितने कितने टेस्ट आ गए. हाउ मेनी थिंग्स दैट द आउल टेस्टेड. तो सॉल्टी, नमकीन, खट्टा, फीका, मीठा. तो just to create a wonder of taste. दिखाया. और जो पैंडा था वो एक एक टेस्ट करके खूब मुस्कुराया. सो ये हमारे टेस्ट हो गए. There is a little wonder, there is a little movement. The very small children don't need to know the why and the answers for everything, right, Kavita ji? Am I correct on that?
You got to lead them to it.
Just
पहले हमने इंटरेस्टिंग बनाना है, फिर बच्चे सवाल पूछेंगे.
हाँ. नाचते नाचते चारों ओर. बारिश का जब मौसम आया हर मोर अपने पंख फैलाया. और जब वहां पे बादल आए, बादल ने पानी ही नहीं बरसाया. फिर वहां पे जिराफ आया. उसने उसको कहा कि पता है वहां पे एक लकड़हारा आया था, खूब तेज तेज कुल्हाड़ा चलाया था, और फिर पेड़ नजर नहीं आए, बादल उड़ के चले गए. तो फिर मोर ने सोचा चलो अब हम पेड़ उगाते हैं, इस जंगल को हरा भरा बनाते हैं. अब जब बादल आएंगे तब हम वो खूब पानी बरसाएंगे. So now the jungle is ready and beautiful. लेकिन at the end of the session, very quickly we are going to do a small activity which you can do with children for in the house, with things in the house, right? So अब हमारा जंगल तैयार हो गए, अब हमारे एनिमल्स तैयार हो गए, एंड नाउ आवर लेसन ऑन मैमल्स.
तो
देखिए.
जंगल में जो
हाँ.
गए, ऐसा है जो आपके वो जो थे ना, उल्लू एंड पांडा, उन्होंने बोला कि सुनो, चलो हम जरा जू घूम के आते हैं. उन्होंने कभी जू तो देखा नहीं था, तो देखिए जू में तो बड़े सारे एनिमल्स होते हैं. अच्छा, उनके घर जब वो जू जा रहे थे तो उनको रास्ते में भी बहुत एनिमल्स दिखे. उनको डॉग दिखे, कैट दिखा, काऊ दिखा, बफेलो दिखा. फिर वो अंदर जू में गए. जू में उनको कौन कौन दिखा? जिराफ दिखा, लायन दिखा, टाइगर दिखा, पीकॉक दिखा, ऑस्ट्रिच दिखा.
वाओ.
और उसके बाद उनको स्नेक्स भी थे वहां पे, क्रोकोडाइल्स भी थे, एलिगेटर्स भी थे. अब इतने सारे जब एनिमल्स उन्हें देखे, चलो हम उनसे एक चीज चलो आपसे पूछते हैं. ये जो
Can I,
इतनी
Kavita ji, can I just stop you for 1 second, just please? So I'm just trying to connect this to what is happening to the questions of the country, where they're talking of bilingual, multilingual. So we kept telling everybody that don't worry about it. You can go to English. You can start with the mother tongue, the language closest to what the child understands, like you did.
yes.
And then when the child starts feeling comfortable and understanding, then you shift to the English. So perhaps this is what we can do now, so that it becomes a life example for people who are, going to go take children there, right? So
And for
please.
our mother tongue, when you kind of make it bilingual in class, the children understand it. Many of them come from homes where, the first language or the only language spoken is Hindi and all.
Yes,
So they pick up the
yes,
second language faster when you keep
yes, yes.
taking.
I'm sorry I had to intervene because these points are so relevant to
Yeah.
what we are discussing.
So now the thing is, here are all the animals, which was seen. अब चलो इनमें से देखें कौन कौन से एनिमल्स हैं जिनके बाल होते हैं, they have hair, they have fur on their body. So the lion has it, camel has it, giraffe has it, crocodile के तो नहीं होते, ostrich के तो feathers होते हैं, tiger का होता है, monkey का होता है, parrots के भी feathers होते हैं, bear के भी hair होते हैं, snake तो बिल्कुल smooth skin होता है, उसके तो होता ही नहीं है, alligator के भी नहीं होते, owl is again a bird, lizard, cat के होते हैं, ant के भी नहीं होते, cow, dog, elephant.
Can you just
So all these they've got hair. And how about you? We also have we don't have hair like a bhalu on our body, but we do have little hair and we have hair on our head. Acha, now एक चीज और in animals का. Have you noticed that how all these animals, they all give birth to babies? Do they lay eggs? Lion, giraffe, tiger, do they lay eggs? No. Ostrich will lay eggs, lizard will lay eggs, snake will lay eggs. But all these animals, they give birth to babies. The dog has little puppies, cat has kitten, your mom gave birth to you, right? And all of them, they love their babies. They take care of the babies. So all these animals who have hair on their body, they give birth to their babies, they take care of their babies, they've got lungs to breathe. We call all these animals mammals. They are all called mammals. So here it goes. There's a little jingle for you to remember the characteristics of mammals. Mammals have hair and mammals have lungs. Mammals have babies, they feed the young ones. Whale is a mammal, it is warm-blooded too. I'm a mammal and so are you. But did you notice? Whale is a mammal, it's not a fish. Now, once the children do this jingle, they'll never forget.
We need to sing this again. Ek dafa aur, please.
All right. Okay. Mammals have hair. They have hair. Mammals have hair and mammals have lungs. Mammals have babies. They feed the young ones. Whale is a mammal. It is warm-blooded too. I'm a mammal and so are you.
Oh, lovely.
Now, whale is a mammal. It's not a fish. Whale and dolphins, they live in water, but they give birth to babies. They feed their babies. They are warm-blooded and they have lungs to breathe. Now, a child, when he grows up, will never get confused कि whale fish है कि mammal है. And Sonia, from here you lead. Now, this is where the inquisitiveness, the interest, for.
Yes, I'm already like super excited about this.
Blue whale hai. Do you know the blue whale is the largest animal in the world? around 100 feet. Now imagine how much that will be. A 9-story building. Its tongue is as heavy as an elephant. So this is the information we give beyond the book, make it interesting for them, you know. And then what I generally do, just say, I did this lesson. I'll tell the kids now, आप अपना कोई भी favorite mammal pick up करो. We have 2 weeks time. मेरी पीरियड में आप जब भी तैयार हो जाओ, कल परसों जिसमें जो भी बच्चे रेडी हैं, उस फेवरेट मैमल के बारे में आप हमें कुछ बताओ.
Tell us something.
Now the children who can draw, they'll draw it. Who can enact it. आप mask पहनो, आप enact करो, आप इसके बारे में facts बोलो. That's up to whatever their dominant.
So also this is what is something which I'm constantly bringing out this new education policy, Kavita ji, because it also is going to make people comfortable. For example, it's going to talk about assessing children's needs, children doing things according to their abilities, interests, and intelligences.
Yes,
so even in a science lesson where you normally had to do a match the following and a fill in the blanks, or fact finding, which is what we've done for science, a child who's not got the ability to do that will still find something to do. And that's what this whole policy is talking about.
There is poetry, there is story, there is writing,
yes. So while you say that when I was talking to you just before the session started, you said you're coming back to, your subject, core subject, after a long time, but during the time that you were away, even what you started many years back was what we are talking about today. So when we were, you mustn't be.
I have always taught.
No, but like I was telling just yesterday, we were discussing this and we said this new education policy is new because it's structured and given to us after many years. But it stands on research, it stands on observation, it stands on experiments by people, it stands on people like you, people in different corners of the country who've actually said this works, this wonder will work. So every time we are meeting one more person like you, our worry goes down just a little bit, saying we'll be able to.
It works. I'm an example because my children never had to open books. Books was the last thing. And science was like parents would say कि ये तो सब कुछ अपने याद कर लेते हैं poems आप.
क्योंकि आपने spelling करा दी, you actually did the spelling and you did it out of fun. I could play a bingo with the spelling. I could do sorting. I could do just so much. When you wrote it down, I said, oh my God, I can do so much with it, right? So, okay. So we have one more beautiful jingle coming. Yes.
I am a froggy having fun everywhere. Gills as a tadpole and lungs to breathe in air. My skin breathes in water. I'm so adaptable. After all, I'm an amphibian.
Once more. You have to do this twice for us. Huh?
So you see, when the frog, it's this life cycle, there's the egg and then there's a tadpole. When it's a tadpole, it has got gills to breathe. As it grows, into a little frog, the gills change into lungs. But when the frog is in the water, it's an amphibian. It can live both on land and water. It breathes from its skin, the moist skin. So here it is. I am a froggy having fun everywhere. Lungs as a tadpole and gills as a tadpole and lungs in air. My skin breathes in water. I'm so adaptable. After all, I'm an amphibian. The frogs, toads, newts, salamanders, they're all amphibians.
Beautiful. So somebody is asking me that can you put this up? So I had told Kavita ji that this will be required. There will be people who are going to ask us for it. And she very sweetly sang it. And I sent it to the Square Panda team. Just in another day or 2 or 3 days, you will find it back on their Facebook page or one of the pages. So come back and look again. Ye beautiful jingles. कविता जी के हम उसको एक ब्यूटीफुल पोस्टर बना के आपके लिए रेडी रखेंगे. So I told you people will ask them because I kept, when you sang them for me. And my recommendation to you is that pick up all the science concepts and make as many jingles for it as you can.
I love it.
And share them with us.
Yeah.
And share them with us, So because we were talking about amphibians and water, now going back to the little children, right? So going back to the little children, we're going back to the monkey. So there was this frog that lived in water, and there was a monkey that lived on the tree. He was as naughty as can be. So one day, a fruit seller came there every day, and the monkey would take the fruit and run away. Now the fruit seller would come, the monkey would take the fruit and run away. And the fruit seller wondered what to do. He said that I have to get an idea new. So what he did was he got a bucket. He got a bucket full of ice. He showed it to the monkey and said, "Oh monkey, this is something really nice." So Mr. Monkey came down and he took away the ice. He called all his friends and he picked up and they played with the ice. Suddenly the water began to drop and he did not know what happened, and there was all water all around. There was no ice to be found, and the monkey just wondered what to do because there was water and water and water, and where the ice went, he just did not know. So can you tell the monkey where the ice went? And then after some time, what do you think happened to all the water that was all around and on the ground? The monkey was really wet and cold. And first he looked for the ice was gone. Now he looked at the water was gone.
Where to go? Where did
My
the
God,
water
so
go?
where did the water go?
So for this, Sonia, where did the water go? Now, evaporation, of course, when it's bright and sunny. Now, for this, of course, you're the simple experiments, your mommy puts clothes out and they dry in the sun.
Yes.
और बारिश होती है, थोड़ी बार सारा पानी सूख जाएगा. And generally, if you wring the cloth and you dry, it will go faster.
Faster,
and
yes.
Change of water into water vapor is called evaporation. Change of water vapor into water is called condensation. And then rain is precipitation. Big terms, big definitions, which you have to, what is evaporation. So for this, we came up with this song. Of course, we keep doing these experiments like एक को fold करके कपड़े को धूप में रखा, वो जल्दी सूखा, कि flat जल्दी सूखा, fan में भी सूख जाता है because even wind causes evaporation, right? So this is about the water cycle. So come on, 1, 2, 3, start. Water moves in a cycle, yes it does. Water moves in a cycle, yes it does. Water travels in a cycle, water travels in a cycle, water travels in a cycle, yes
it does.
It does. Goes up as evaporation, yes it does. Goes up as evaporation, yes it does. Water travels in a cycle, water travels in a cycle, water travels in a cycle, yes it does, yes it does. Forming clouds by condensation, yes it does.
Yes it does.
Condensation, yes it does. Forming clouds by condensation, water moves in a cycle, water moves in
a cycle, yes
it does. Raining as precipitation, yes it does. Raining as precipitation, yes it does. Water moves in a cycle, water moves in a cycle, water moves in a cycle, yes it does. Was about evaporation. Forming clouds, condensation.
Precipitation.
Was about
evaporation.
Condensation, precipitation. So you just...
Oh my God, this is beautiful. Like so this was a surprise even for me, okay? Kavita ji didn't sing this for me. It is so beautiful, and it's so what I liked at the end of it all, you did the actions and the child was supposed to say the word. So many times this is what we set with the early years. We actually take them through these small processes so that later when they actually come across this as a little older. So another thing that the whole NEP is talking about is the readiness.
Is it?
The readiness. They say that you expect children to do things without getting them ready. And this is exactly what we were talking about when we said, let's unpack the new education policy for you with Mansa, where we said that how would you expect a child to respond to something as beautiful as what Kavita ji is doing if the child has not built up to it? If the child has not learned how to listen, if the child has no rhythm, the child is just not absorbing, and the child is just waiting for the teacher to pick up the chalk and write on the board.
There's a last thing to do.
Yes, but
You know, the moment you've done,
yeah, but
you
you have to believe me that it's one of the most common things that happens, and that's what we want to break. So that's the whole structure of what we want to break, so that even if it's a very, very small child, I think wonder can be created so beautifully. Just asking why, like yesterday.
Sorry, I'll just.
Yes. No, please.
Small child, I was just telling, first of all, children are so creative. They're full of creativity. Over instructions kill creativity. So we have to take, like I'll tell you, I went to this class, there was class 1 and I was there for just a few months at all. So there was this lesson called uses of water. So when you open the chapter, it says water is used for bathing, and the pictures are drawn for cooking and all. So as always, I never open my books. They're always left in the end for the exercises, the recap. So I told the children, I said, okay, what do you do with water? Come on, let's draw. So the children started drawing this in a brush, shower. So there was one kid and all the kids started laughing. Ma'am, see what he's drawn, see what he's drawn. You know what? It was a toilet seat. He had drawn a commode. So he says, but if we don't have water, how will we go to the toilet? Another one wrote, so when had I just taught them those 5 things in the book, he would never. But this child was so creative. So they actually started thinking, out of the box thinking what I said.
Out of the box thinking. Yeah. So, just when somebody sent me this light and said that every time you tap it, the color will change. So I just looked at it, and my husband is like an engineer, but I'm not able to understand how this is happening. I don't know what's inside that's making me touch it and it's changing color. Imagine if I can feel the wonder of something like this, where now I would want to go and check what is it that makes, me tap it and switch it on, tap it, change the color, tap it, change the color. So this very kind sister of mine is actually going to make me question, how is this happening? I don't know how it's happening. Yes. Is it the touch? Is it the heat? Is it a sensor? So imagine in so many years, I've just never questioned. I just looked at it and say, "Ha, aise rang badalta hai," and finish over there.
Yeah.
So just the idea that I have to question, I think my session with you has not only inspired, is not only going to help teachers, but even as a facilitator for me, it's created this little wonder. How can I make them think how?
It's so important.
How to make them think
all the questions.
How? So there's this beautiful, we had this Gungunati Kahaniya. And we had Poonam who had come on this, and we had sung a beautiful song saying, who has seen the wind? Neither you nor I. So who has seen the air? Neither you nor I. But when you hang some paper and it moves, you know that air is passing by. Air is passing by. So who has seen the wind? Neither you nor I. But when you hold a beautiful paper and it moves, you know air is passing by. So who has seen the wind? And I'm going to tell you the story. You remember this thirsty crow? Now this crow has become very smart now. He's no more thirsty. Very, very smart crow. So this crow goes to a place where there is a lovely party going on. So the crow looks at all the colors and says, wow, I like this. So I'm going to bring my laptop a little down so that I can, and he sees colors and says, ask the children, what are these? So they said they are colors And the crow is really naughty. So he drops in a string, and suddenly he sees the color going from one to the other. And he says, "My God, how did this happen?" But this crow is naughty. He is not going to be really happy with just doing this. So what he does is, he sees some paintbrushes. So he picks up the blue and says, "Okay, let me see what can happen." Now all the children are off somewhere, okay? He picks up the blue and he puts it in the red. Oh my God, what was happening? What is happening? Slowly and slowly, he sees the color changing. Then he's out for some fun. He says, "Oh my God, this is just fun, just fun." And then he picks up the red, and what does he do? He dips it in the yellow, and the color changes again. Something as simple as this tells them that water can change color. When colors mix, another color changes. So this is the first steps to create wonder. It's
Sounds
not like, so just whatever stories we did as children, we can convert them, we can change them, we can make them a little more exciting and say that, okay, this is how you can work. These are all things which you can do at home. What I've used is a very small 10 rupees box of these paints. It's those Camlin Rangila paints. There is actually, to create wonder, you don't need expensive material.
all around. It's all around.
Yeah, you need resources which are just there. And then because it was a party going on, so the crow saw some balloons. And what did he do? He remembered the song and he said, "Oh, what do you think these people are filling in the balloons?" So who has seen the air? Neither you nor I. But when we blow it, can we hold the air? Let's see how it goes inside the balloon. So you simply also when you blow balloons and you blow them like a really big size and you hold them, when you leave them, they'll move. And you say, "My God, how did the balloon move?" So this is a simple experiment on how a rocket would go up, right? The air, the movement. So
It's
right now,
and the same balloon, if you fill it with water, it'll go down.
it will go down. And this right now we are not looking at explanations. We are just looking at creating an interest in the child. All right. Something as the children grow. It was such a, we've forgotten the simplicity of things.
Yeah.
Just simply things. So a big balloon and a small balloon. What's making this big balloon go down? That experiment of it has weight.
It has weight.
So as simple as that. There's nothing much to it, but it'll at least teach the child. And tomorrow, when the child actually comes across the experiment in a science book, the child would have connected it to something.
Yeah.
So I'm also, Kavita ji, trying to connect all that we are doing to a lot of webinars which we've had previous to this.
Correct.
So what is happening is, unknowingly, those people didn't know you are coming. Yeah. I didn't know you will, accept that invitation. But when I'm talking to all of you, I'm able to join the dots.
Yeah.
So that's the whole wonder of what we are trying to do together, where unconnected people did things and imagine the dots kept joining, right? So I told you very, very rapid activities we are going to do. All right.
Air thing, Sonia, we use when we teach about birds. Why they fly? Because their bones are hollow, they're filled with air.
Oh.
Line. And penguin, kiwi. In fact, the little jingle I have on birds also, it mentions about, they having hollow bones and.
Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. So how important is air? If you have to light a little diya and you cover it up and you just don't let air go inside, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? We have to watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. Gone.
Snap.
So even when you light fire, it needs some air. All right. So just little things like this, we see this every day. कि हमारे घर में जब दिया होता है and we don't want to blow it out, we just, there is a way you cover it to keep it safe. So that is how the wonder will happen. And believe me, till we start thinking like this as teachers, as parents, कि what more can I do with what I have? I think that's the whole wonder of what we are trying to
Air
do.
thing, exactly when we talk about if किसी को, person catches fire, you cover a person with a blanket.
Not put
So why
water.
not? But why? Now, of course, I used to cool down.
Yeah.
Earlier, the reason for blanket was for the air to,
Air to be, yes. So
Yeah.
that the fire goes out, right? So yeah, so a small thing like so we have different shapes, right? We have different shapes, and let's check if water can fit into in both these shapes. Do you think it can happen? So I'm going to put the water and it's going to fill like a swan. Now I'm going to pour the same water and it's going to fill into the pram. So the experiment that says water can take the shape of different containers. You don't need to give this explanation, but give them containers of different kinds. Give them making lollies on in different shapes of things. Let that wonder come so that when later they open and they'll say they'll be able to visualize it. What we were talking about visualization, Kavita ji, also I think a little bit while I'm getting my next activity ready, you had talked about the ability to draw and visualize with science. So I also must tell the audience that Kavita ji also is an artist. So what a fantastic combination, a scientific artist. So she's going to explain the wonder of simple drawing, this expression, and how we can take a science chapter to actually allow children to create their own visual imagination. So over to you, please.
And one thing I feel is like drawing is supposed to be self-expression, so you shouldn't guide them too much. That draw a tree like this, or color it like that. When children are small, leave it to the imagination.
Yes.
They just draw by themselves. Guide them a little bit, but nothing should be too structured. Because structured, I said they are creative. And you kill their creativity if you structure. In fact, that quote, one of my favorites, a creative adult is a child who survived. So if you let the child in you live, you're going to be creative.
Ah, yes.
Now, supposing I had to teach, like the animals which are born out of eggs. So instead of writing the following, so I just make this right egg here, and I tell the children, can you see, Sonia? Yeah, can you see? Yeah. So I said, okay, now you start drawing any animal which you feel lays egg. So the children will start, okay, that's a snake, right? And then you can probably have a little birdie, a chick. And then one, let's say, draws an ant, right? And then you have, they can draw an alligator or whatever the child wants to draw a line, it's let's say you draw a line, and then somebody will draw say a dog. You have a dog here, lays eggs, right, with a big banana. So basically, they keep drawing, whatever comes to their mind, whether it's an elephant, it's a lion, it's a giraffe. Fill your page in whatever manner you want to.
Also, what you're doing for us is another thing. What the new education policy is talking about is children with needs which could be different from the others. And these children may not be able to spell, but they may be able to draw. And this is exactly what we are all trying to talk about, inclusion.
Very well.
That the same lesson, if the child, finally it is about, it's not about writing LION. It's about understanding that these are the two distinct ways, and this belongs here, this belongs here. I go another step ahead, Kavitaji. What I say is give them flashcards, give them manipulatives, give them art. So that's exactly what, and you know, it is as simple as this. It's nothing complicated. It's not
I
very,
mean, in fact,
very,
if you want, it's testing of knowledge rather than, like proper answers. It's okay for English and all.
yes,
So I give them, 5 words, let's say I name the animals and I name 8 babies. So come on, maths, I've put
yes. So
4
you're
extra.
aiding it, yes.
So definitely. Then odd one out, match the following.
Yes.
So it's more of objective type. And for children, a lot of colors. If you see, the books are always
Yes.
very colorful. They love colors and all. So make it more of objective, more of matching, more of checking their knowledge rather than the grammar part or English.
Oh, yes, yes. I
And
quite agree. There's somebody,
verbal.
yeah, so there's somebody who just asked me a question that says that how can you make children draw? Give them enough opportunity. Just give them enough opportunity to draw. And I have just 1 minute to go. And today we were, it was our Sunday, and
Yeah.
it was nariyal ki chutney and dosa. So I took both the, thing. I made a little hole at the bottom. Uh, a little bit of mitti, you know, thodi si mitti, so that when you actually pour, water, this will become like the pot and this will become like the holder. So children, suppose you can't go out and buy things, or it's not possible, even something as simple as this will be so beautiful. And you can actually just do a little bit of khad mitti. Just take some methi dana, some methi leaves, seeds,
Growing and
and
nurturing plants is
yeah,
important.
just put it into this and ask the children after the. I'm also going to keep this till next week. On Sunday, we are going to check कि मेरे मेथी दाना उग कर आया कि नहीं आया, and then give them a little thing to put a little water, and then put it out in the air and sunlight. So this, hoping for a greener country.
Here I have a
For
money plant. ये बिना seed के हो जाता है. You
देखो,
take a cutting and dip it in water. So there are certain plants which can also grow from cuttings. Some grow from seeds. And it
wow.
keeps giving you oxygen the whole day in the house. So keep these plants around, go green. We must teach our children to nurture nature
Yes.
and to
So
go green.
nurture nature and go green is the message
Very
from this lovely scientific artist storyteller who's taught us different aspects of how we can create wonder, what are the things we can do. And I can't thank you enough for being with us. Thank you so, so much.
so
Thank
much.
you so
Thank
much.
you so
And a lot of parents
much.
have been asking us for a session on, and in situation times like this with social emotional development. We have somebody called Dr. Atre coming next time. Wonderful, wonderful person. So how do I decide who to invite? So each person who touches my soul or my thoughts are people I request to come on to this show, and the Square Panda team so gracefully invites them, and we all come together. So creating communities is like this. Oh, more sessions in science. आप तैयार हो जाए कविता जी, थोड़े दिन बाद आपको
So
दोबारा
I
आना
would
है.
love it.
So a
I'm so
lot of,
glad that, with this break, because of the corona, we really couldn't be connected to students.
yes,
So
yes.
I'm here back again. It's wonderful,
Yes,
wonderful to be.
thank you. And Pankaj, thank you so much. The Square Panda team, thank you so much. So, now I've become a part of the family now. So,
Yeah.
my Sunday family, my family of guests, and the Square Panda family. And thank you all for joining us. Thank you for, always coming back and encouraging us to do what we do. Bye bye. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Square, square, panda.